There is a version of you that exists in other people's mind. The leader they think you are, the person they've decided you must be. And if you're not careful, you'll start performing that version and forget who you actually are. Welcome to Daily Power Boost, Ignite Your Potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Shawn Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Welcome to Season 6 of Daily Power Boost. After a year of this podcast, I took some time to step back, to breathe, to evaluate what we built and where we're going next. Now we're back, stronger, clearer, more focused. Last season, we rebuilt your foundation. You learned to rest without guilt, lead without proving, and build a life that doesn't require your burnout to succeed. This season, I want to go deeper. Because what nobody wants to tell you about growth is the better you get, the harder it becomes to stay you. More people know your name, more eyes are watching, more expectations are forming, and suddenly you're not just leading, you're managing a reputation. And reputation is dangerous. It's always a distortion of who you really are. A few years ago, I was in a meeting and someone introduced me with a list of credentials I didn't even recognize. Shawn's known for X, accomplished Y, and always Z. I just nodded, smiled, played along. But inside, I was thinking, it's not me. That's a version of me they needed to believe in. Here's the scary part, though. I'd been performing that version for so long, I started to believe it too. I was making decisions based on what that version would do, not what I actually wanted, not what aligned with my values, but what protected the image I had of me. I wasn't leading from who I was leading from who they thought I was. And that gap, that's where leaders lose themselves. Here's what happens when you start leading from reputation instead of reality. You say yes to things that fit your brand, but not your life. You avoid risks that might make you look inconsistent. Perform confidence even if you're uncertain. Hide struggles because they don't match the narrative. Then slowly, quietly, you become a caricature of yourself. The real you shrinks. Performed you grows. Eventually, you can't even tell who's leading anymore. Here's the shift. You have to lead from who you are, not who they think you are. That requires something most resist: disappointing people's expectation. Because the version of you they've built in their mind is incomplete, outdated. It's just a highlight reel. But if you keep performing it, you become a prisoner to the version of yourself that doesn't even exist. Let's reframe what leadership actually requires. It's not about maintaining an image. It's about staying true, even when true doesn't look very impressive. This means you lead from your actual values, not the ones that sound good in interviews. You make decisions based on what's right for you, not what protects your reputation. Show up as the person you are in private, not just your polished public version. Because people don't follow perfect. They follow real. Real only shows up if you stop performing. And that performance, that's what we're deconstructing tomorrow. The applause trap. When validation becomes a new addiction. because you detoxed from productivity in season 5. Now you're getting dopamine from the likes, the comments, the recognition. Same addiction, different drug. All right, let me land today. Here's your mirror test practice. Ask yourself this question. Nobody knew my name. No one followed my work. Nobody was watching. Would I still make the same decisions I'm making right now? Be honest. Are you leading from who you are or from who you think you need to be? Let me tell you this. The version of you that's performing for approval, not leadership. That's survival dressed up to look nice. You've already outgrown that. Leaders who last aren't the ones with the best reputations. They're the ones who refuse to become the reputation. Because reputation is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Character, that's who you are when no one's watching. And I promise you, character always outlasts reputation. This was the mirror test, leading from who you are, not who they think you are. Tomorrow, the applause trap, when validation becomes your new addiction. Because the better you get, the more addictive the applause becomes. And if you're not careful, you'll start chasing it, just like you used to chase productivity. Welcome to Season 6, The Grounded Leader. With strength and heart, I'm Shawn Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.